Hello, Feuzion. My name is Alex Hughes, the host of Fusion News. Today is the third and last episode of the day. I know you're probably sad about that, but before I introduce my next guest on tonight's show, Gary Phillips, are you a subscriber of Fusion News? If not, what exactly are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button right now to join the Fuse Nation to always be up to date on when I'm going live on YouTube, interviewing guests like JJ from Barstool Sports, like Ken Rosenthal, like Kurt Schilling, any other former guests I've interviewed on the show. So without further ado, my next guest on tonight's show, Gary Phillips, he does baseball offseason and baseball news at Sporting News and the fanrags.com. So Gary, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, Alex, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good myself.
Thank you, of course. So Yankee offseason news. They got Giancarlo Stanton. They have CC Sabathia going back on this Yankee team in 2018 this year. Can't believe it's 2018 already. What else do you think this Yankee team needs to do? Do they need to get a Garrett Cole? Do they need to get a Todd Frazier? What exactly does this Yankee team need to do?
I don't know that they need to do anything else. Now, keep in mind, this is a team that, without Giancarlo Stanton and the exact rotation that they have right now, was one game from the World Series last year. All the kids, all the baby bombers, they're a year older, have now some more big league experience under their belt. So I'm not sure that it's essential that the Yankees go out and add a big piece like Garrett Cole or Yu Darvish to the rotation, or that they bring back Todd Frazier. Does it help? Absolutely, of course. Cole would be an upgrade over Jordan Montgomery and CC Sabathia at the back end of the rotation. The same thing goes for Darvish. Frazier, if you're a little concerned about starting two rookies, which right now the scenario would be the Yankees go with Gleyber Torres at second base and Miguel Andujar at third base. If you're a little worried about starting two rookies, or you're a little worried about Andujar's defense at third, bring back Todd Frazier, who not only plays a but also was a huge locker room presence for that team. But I'm not sure it's a must. I'd say this team is in a pretty good place right now. The entire offseason's been pretty slow. It's not just them. So we'll see how things shake out in the next few weeks. And if the market adjusts favorably to the Yankees, I'm sure they'll go ahead and do whatever they can that allows them to stay under the $197 million luxury tax.
Mm-hmm. I read an article the other day that David Robertson could be a perfect trade pitch, and I don't want to give up David Robertson. He just got brought back to this Yankee team. So if the Yankees are trying to look to possibly even get Manny Machado this offseason or later on in the season, trade for a Garrett Cole, do you feel like David Robertson is a guy to remove from the Yankee bullpen?
I don't think he is anybody they should be looking to get rid of. You saw how valuable he was last year, especially the fact that now he's kind of discovered he can go multiple innings. Really, they are opposed, rather than as an enticing chip for a guy like Machado, he's also somebody where if you trade him, that sheds a little bit of money off of the 2018 payroll. So now if you want to go sign a free agent starting pitcher like Darvish, or you want to get Frazier back at third base, there's a little more room between what the payroll is right now, which is about $178 million, and the luxury tax threshold, which is $197 million. So trading him would clear some, for lack of a better word, cap space. It's not a cap, but it's a self-imposed cap. Trading Adam Warren would do the same thing. Trading Dellin Betances, whose arbitration figure is going to likely go up in a few weeks. Trading some of those bullpen pieces gives them a little more money to work with in free agency.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned Dellin Betances. Should Yankee fans be worried about Dellin Betances, or do you think Larry Rothschild and Betances are going to work out the problems that he had last season?
We've seen what Betances has been now for the last, the end of last season went about as poorly as it possibly can for him. But you got to base things on a guy's track record, and his track record says he is an all-star, top-notch, one of the best relievers in baseball. That's not a closer. So he deserves every chance to come back and show that and improve that. The only reason I see him not being back with the Yankees is, like I just said, they try and trade him as part of a effort to clear some salary space, but not because they don't no longer believe in him or don't think he's going to be what he's been in prior seasons.
I definitely agree with that as well. And we'll switch gears now and talk a little about what the Red Sox haven't done. I kept saying tonight that the Red Sox seem like they're in hibernation this offseason. Do you feel like Yankee fans should be really excited about the 2018 season as they have stand, or do you think they need to still be a little worried about this Red Sox team, knowing that they did win the division last year?
Well, break your question up into two parts. First of all, Yankees fans should be ecstatic. This team was one game in the World Series last year when going into the season, nobody thought they would come anywhere near that. And they just got Giancarlo Stanton, who I'm sure your viewers know. He's pretty strong. As for the Red Sox, and it doesn't just apply to them, it applies to really everybody this winter. Nobody's done anything really outside of the Yankees going and getting Stanton. It's been incredibly quiet. I'm sure that's going to change in the next few weeks. So when that happens and the market starts appropriate and what's not, you're going to see just how involved are the Red Sox on a guy like JD Martinez. They just re-signed Mitch Moreland, but are you going to let that rule out the possibility of going after a guy like Eric Hosmer if he becomes available at the right price? If so, with Moreland on hand, Hanley Ramirez on hand, you probably have to find a piece to trade. But the Red Sox and everybody else, you would think the dominoes start falling in the next few weeks, probably after arbitration cases are settled and teams realize what they have to work with. Because we talked about the Yankees with their luxury tax threshold. It's not just them. Everybody is trying to save themselves as much money possible in advance of next offseason when you have this insane list of free agents that are going to be available.
Mm-hmm. One move that the Yankees made this offseason that was surprising to me was getting Aaron Boone as their manager. But not only that, it was not re-signing Joe Girardi as a manager. What was your reaction to the Yankees not re-signing Joe Girardi back as the Yankee manager and then bringing in a guy managerial experience in baseball?
Well, my initial reaction to Girardi was shocked, but then as more and more information came out and reports were told, you got the sense that Girardi, who has this tendency to be a little robotic, a little stern, a little uptight, wasn't clicking with these younger players, which is what the Yankees were transitioning. They were transitioning into the baby bombers, this young team, these kids, for lack of a better word. And the Yankees just felt, Brian Cashman apparently felt, that it was time to go in a different direction. So when they brought in Boone, a guy with no managing experience, yes, that part shocked me a lot. But then when you hear how people in the organization talk to him, I had the chance to talk to him myself at his press conference, and you interact with him, and you see, like, okay, the stuff about him being a great communicator is definitely there. You understand where the Yankees are coming from with that. Now, is he going to be able to manage a whole bunch of star personalities in a young locker room? And how's he going to be with making baseball decisions? We don't know the answer to that. And frankly, the Yankees, as best prepared as they feel they are, they don't know the answer to that either. So we're going to see how that plays out with Boone. There's been managers that have failed miserably. There's been plenty that have found some success. So he's lucky enough to have a very talented roster to work with, where if he makes a few mistakes, they should be able to pick up for him.
Mm-hmm. Gary, before we wrap up this Feuzion News interview, what has been your favorite moment covering the Yankees in your lifetime?
Well, I've only been covering them in person. I started doing that last season for Sporting News. I was there all summer when I first started with the company, and I was fortunate enough to be there for the ALCS against the Astros for all the home games. It was an amazing experience for me, not just being at the playoffs and covering a team I grew up watching, but also talking to other people in the industry, the Ken Rosenthal's, Buster Olney's, Ben Reeder, people that I personally have looked up to and admired, and that was a really one-of-a-kind experience. And that also applies to all the games I covered, working alongside people on the beat, Eric Boland, Wally Matthews, all just people that were Jack Curry, people that were very kind to me and helped me along the way. So I look forward to doing some more of that next season.
All those Yankee beat writers you just mentioned have been on Feuzion News, and they are all great people. And you mentioned Jack Curry, and he should be on very soon, joining John Flaherty. So I'm very happy to announce those two will be joining me in the next coming weeks on Feuzion News.
He's one of the best, so enjoy that one.
Thank you again, Gary, for coming on my show today. And where can the Yankee fans follow you on Twitter and read all your great articles online?
At Sporting News, I'm at Jets Wire for USA Today, and I'm at FanRag Sports. And for all my stuff, you can come check me out on Twitter at Gary H. Phillips.
Thank you again, Gary, for coming on my show today. I greatly do appreciate it.
Alex, thanks for having me on. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yep.
All right, Feuzion, just heard it from Gary Phillips from the Sporting News. We talked the Yankees offseason, we talked the baseball offseason, we talked the Red Sox offseason. We did a lot of talking tonight, and thank you all for listening. Feuzion, I'll be back here live tomorrow here at Alex Hughes and on my Facebook page to see who exactly will be on. We're finishing up a great schedule for the rest of the week and, of course, next week. Thanks again for watching, and I will be seeing you very soon. Be a subscriber. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.